She'll be with me for a week.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, clerk still needs some more time, but can you tell me about these 30-day motions?
1 second, turn my computer on.
Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna forward it to her.
These were arraignments over there.
Yeah.
Oh, good morning. How are you?
One minute, they're gonna,
Good. It's Thursday.
Well, Ms. George, it looks like all my arraignments are a wash because they're not coming.
yes, Your Honor.
So if you're not already appointed, I want to appoint you to represent them. Are you going to waive their appearance then?
Yes, Your Honor, we'll waive.
All right, so I'm signing the orders already for their various court dates.
All right. I'm ready on 33-day motions whenever the court is.
All right. I got Giles, 2020 CF 13306AL.
That should be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day. I have 2 cases
Uh-huh.
while I was.
Got this crazy feedback going on up here. Got their phone near a microphone. I was getting a feedback up here. All right, so Giles is granted. Today's the 11th. Then I had Giles 2021 CF 340AL.
That should be denied. The state filed information on 210.
Which one was that?
The second Giles,
Okay.
Yeah, 440.
340.
Okay.
Then I had Jackson 2020 CF 1523 15123.
That should be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
All right, then I had Johnson 2021 CF 99 AL.
That should be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
Then I have Key 2020 CF 13952 AL.
Last name is Key. Oh, okay. I got it.
Yeah, Bernard Key.
Yes, the state filed a notice of granted the state filed a notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
Then I had Sheely 2021 CF 56 AL.
5-6 should be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
Then I had another Sheely 2021 CF 55 AL.
Should be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
Then I have Smith 2021 CF 368 AL.
It should be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
Then I have Terrell, or is it Telleria? 2021 CF 355 AL.
Should be granted the state filed notice of non-filing before the 33rd day.
And where we start? What? Interpreters? Or
No.
move ups? All right, who we got? All right, got Butch as my first move up.
Yes. I don't even see that one.
Florence.
And let me just, it's not pulling from my system, so let me see it. First.
Come tell me your name, sir.
Corey Butcher.
All right, Mr. Butcher, you're here in 2021 CF 1705AO. Actually, you put the names on the record.
Copy Kennedy Swanson on behalf of the Office of State Attorney.
Letitia George on behalf of the Office of the Public Defender.
Sir, you were arrested on a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. Can somebody check and see if they got a cell phone or something next to a microphone?
Oh, I do. Sorry, Your Honor.
All right, there we go. All right, sir, I'm going to set your bond in an amount of $2,000. Additionally, your bonds have no contact with the victim. You must maintain a separate residence from the victim. You cannot possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Ms. Kenny Swanson, you asked for any further conditions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, have a great day.
I'm sorry, what's the bond amount? Your Honor?
2,000.
Thank you.
Is it me? I'm setting it up.
That's fine.
That's why I call IT and figure out what I gotta. This crazy feedback going on up here. Do you guys hear the feedback or just me?
I can hear it. I hear it a little bit.
Was the gentleman in the hallway from
Yeah,
IT
they-
by any chance?
I feel like they were IT.
You sure?
I think they didn't do anything in here. I don't know what they did.
Well, let me. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Moses.
What's your name, full name? All right. Mr. Lopez, you are here in 2021 CF 1715AO on charges of possession of cocaine and battery domestic violence. I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in this case. Going to stay your bond in count 1 amount of $1,000. I'm going to set your bond in count 2 in amount of $500. And I couldn't. He should qualify for pretrial release, right?
Yeah, you can do bond or PTR, Your Honor.
All right. So please, I'm going to set your bond on count 2 in amount of $250. It's going to be with pretrial release supervision. That you have no contact with the victim in this case. You do not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You are not possessing any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I will actually. And you must maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items that you have. Actually, it's the count 1. I'll do this. I'll straight PTR him on count 1. So I can do that. All right, point of public defender represent you. Have a great day, sir. All right, what is?
Adonis is mental health, Your Honor.
Is this an arraignment or a new case?
It's an arraignment.
All right, I think we already handled all the arraignments. Miss George already waived all her arraignments.
Is that the one that was reset from yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We said
Okay.
yesterday.
Do
He
we-
has a pretrial conference date set for March 12th at 8 a.m., courtroom 4E.
It was a reason? I saw
It was reset to see if he would come today.
Oh, okay. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Carlos Harris.
All right, Mr. Harris, you're here in 2021 MM998AO on charge of trespass on property after warning. The court did review the charging affidavit and found probable cause for your arrest. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, is there an offer for Mr. Harris to resolve this case today?
Adjudication, credit for time served, no return.
All right. Mr. Harris, the state of Florida is offering you an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served. Is that an offer you want to take today?
To get out today?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Nothing but the truth, so help me
All
God.
right.
Yes, sir.
Put your hand down, sir. Tell me your name one more time.
Carlos Harris.
Mr. Harris, you're here in 2021 MM998AO on charge of trespass on property after warning. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punished by 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve the case today?
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're dealing with certain constitutional rights.
Not guilty is what I would say. Yes, sir.
Well, do you want to resolve the case today, or you want to go to trial?
Resolve it today.
All right. Well, if you want to resolve the case today, then you have to plead guilty or no contest.
No contest then.
But do you understand by doing that, you're going to waive certain constitutional rights?
Yes, sir.
One of those rights, you're giving up the right to
I'm
have a
guilty,
trial.
sir. I'm guilty. Yes, sir.
Well, you understand you're waiving your right to have a trial.
No, sir. I just say no contest then. Okay.
All right. I need you to cover your nose.
Okay.
Ms. George, you can speak to Mr. Harris for a moment because he's giving me multiple conflicting statements at this moment.
Okay, Your Honor, he's there.
All right. Mr. Harris, you understand you're given the right to have a trial in this case if you want to plead no contest?
Yes, sir.
You understand you're given the right to have an attorney like Ms. George represent you at that trial?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I accept your plea of no contest. I find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I will adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. Order that you not return to the scene of the location, even though the cheddar biscuits are really delicious at Red Lobster.
Yes, sir.
You have court costs and costs of prosecution amount of $273 in this case. I made those costs payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Have a great day, sir. Tell me your name, sir.
Adrian Halls, Adrian Allen Halls.
All right, Mr. Halls, you are here in 2021 MM997AO on charge of trespass on property after warning. The court did review the charging affidavit and find probable cause for your arrest. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, is there any offer from Mr. Holsey?
Yes, Your Honor. It's an adjudication of guilt, credit for 2 days, time served, and no return.
All right. Mr. Holson, you understand that the state is offering your adjudication of guilt credit for time served for this case?
Yes,
Do you want to accept that offer?
yes,
Do you want to raise your right hand so you can swear again? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter, the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes.
Put your hand down. Sir, you're here in 2021 MM997AO on a charge of trespass on property after warning. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punished by 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve the case today?
It was guilty, right? That I plead.
That's fine. Guilty or no contest is up to you.
which is the outcome? I mean, that,
The outcome is going to be the same. It's just whether you want to plead guilty, saying that I don't agree with the facts, but I want to resolve the case. Guilty is saying I did it.
that's what she recommended, right? I plead guilty.
Well, the adjudication of guilt is something different than your plea. So do you want to plead guilty or no contest?
No contest.
What I'm saying is, with the Congress, what you agreed with
Yes.
is I'm sorry. I'll plead no contest.
All right, sir. Do you understand by pleading no contest, you're going to give up certain constitutional rights?
Yes.
You understand that one of those rights you're going to give up is the right to have a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you understand that giving up one of those rights is to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, not this time.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
Bipolar. That is,
All right. Are you suffering from any of the symptoms of your bipolar depression right now?
no.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
All right, I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I will accept your plea of no contest in this case, find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I will give you credit for the 2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. I'll order you not return to the scene of this location. I will impose court costs and costs of prosecution amount of $273. That will cost be payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you very much.
I'm not taking any action on the out on bond case.
Centron is mental health, Your Honor.
All right. This is 2004 MM 9700. Yes. AO. I want to appoint a public defender to represent Mr. Citron.
Your Honor, we'll wait.
Mr. Citron is here on a violation of probation warrants. Bond set at $0. I want to remain state the bond at that amount and get him to his next court date. Take the interpreter.
Good morning, this is Dalia Romero, Spanish interpreter on the line, already sworn in today, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Romero. This is Judge Bain calling from the BRC. I have a defendant with the headsets on. Can you see if we can make connection?
Yes, one moment, Your Honor. He can hear the interpreter, Your Honor.
All right, sir. Can you tell me your name?
Alexis Rentas Rivera. Alexis Rentas Rivera.
Alexis Reites Rivera.
Mr. Rentas Rivera, you are here in a few matters this morning. The first matter is 2021 MM 865AO on a charge of petty theft. The court did review the charging affidavit. I did find probable cause for your arrest. You also have a Lake County case 2021 MM 368AO. And in that case, the judge in the Lake County warrant set your bond amount of $2,000. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, do you have an offer to resolve both of Mr. Rentas Rivera's outstanding cases for Orange County?
Let me look at the old case. The offer that was on the 3057 case, they have a withhold of adjudication, credit for time served, no return. Let me just make sure there's no cost of investigation on that case. I'm not gonna make an offer on the new arrest, the 2021 theft case.
All right.
And the cost of investigation on the 2020 case is $256 to the Orlando Police Department.
All right, Mr. Renzo Rivera, the state doesn't have an offer for all your cases, just one of them. For your old case that you're out on bond for, which is the 2020 MM 3057 AO case, they're offering you a withhold adjudication of guilt, credit for time served. There's court costs and cost of prosecution in the case amount of $273. You cannot return to the scene of the incident, and there's cost of investigation of $256. And you want to resolve that case today?
Sí.
Yes.
All right. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in best you can? Y'all the right, if you can. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Sí.
Yes.
Put your hand down. Sir, you're here in 2020 MM 3057 AO on a charge of petty theft of more than $100. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve your case today?
Culpable.
Guilty.
Do you understand by entering a plea of guilty, you give up the right to have a trial in this matter?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you understand you give up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial?
Yeah.
Yes.
At that trial, the state had to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt, and your attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Sí.
Yes.
If there was a witness you wanted to call did not want to come to court, the court can use the subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
No.
You understand about entering this plea if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Sí.
Yes.
I did review the charging affidavit in 2020 MM 3057 AO. I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I will accept your plea of guilty in this case, find it freely and voluntarily entered. I'll withhold adjudication of guilt. I'll give you credit for the
14 days.
14 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 14 days credit time served. I'll impose court costs and cost of prosecution in the amount of $579 with the cost of investigation? With the cost of investigation. I order you not return to the scene of the location in this case. You have 30 days to appeal your judgment sentence in writing in that case. As to 2021 MM 865 AO, I'm going to set your bond amount of $250 in that case. Additionally, your bond did not return to the scene of the location. Your bonds will be stayed as your Lake County case with $2,000.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. How much is the Lake County?
$2,000. Have a great day, sir. We'll appoint a public defender to represent you while you're in our custody. I have one more, actually, two more, I think. Maybe three. Sir, tell me your name.
David Jorge Garcia.
Mr. Jorge Garcia, you are here in 2021 CT 1158AO on a charge of no valid driver's license. I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. Ms. Kennedy Swanson is an offer to resolve Mr. Georgia Garcia's case.
There is not, Your Honor.
So the court is going to release you on own recognizance as to this case with the following conditions: that you don't operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, and you will show up at your future court dates. You'll get a court date on your paperwork when you leave the jail today. If you don't show up at that court date, there are going to be some people in green uniforms that are going to come arrest you. You understand that? You understand? You got to answer out loud.
Yes, I understand.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
Igual.
Do the same.
All right, sir, tell me your name.
Gilberto Pérez Gómez. Pérez Gómez.
Gilberto Perez Gomez.
Mr. Perez Gomez, you're here in 2021 CT 1159AO on a charge of no valid driver's license. I did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, is there an offer for this case?
There is not, Your Honor.
Mr. Perez Gomez is going to release you on own recognizance as to this charge. Condition of your release: you do not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license, and you show up at your future court dates. You will get a court date on your paperwork when you leave this jail. If you do not show up at that court date, there will be some people in green uniforms that will come arrest you. Do you understand that?
I understand.
All right, have a great day, sir. Tell me your name, sir.
Aldanondo Ortega.
Yalmin Aldanondo Otero.
Mr. Aldano Otero, you are here in 2021 CF 1708AO on charges of possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, and resisting officer without violence. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to stay your bonds as set in count one in the amount of $1,000. I think it's $100 as counts 2 and 3. Condition of your bond: do not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You are out on bond in 2020 CF 12789AO. Ms. Kenny Swanson, did you guys file on that case?
And case number again, Your Honor.
2020 CF 12789AO.
This is Aldano Emil. We have filed on that case, Your Honor.
Were the charges the same, or?
Just filed a possession of a heroin. He has, on that case, we just filed on it, and it has an arraignment date of today. I emailed the attorneys this morning, letting them know that he was in IAs.
All right. All right, as to that case, the court is going to revoke your bonds as to that case. I'm going to set new bonds. I'm going to set a new bond in count one in the amount of $3,000. Count two, I'm going to ROR you as to that charge since it wasn't filed on. Was it heroin or just or fentanyl?
Heroin.
Just one
Possession of
count?
heroin with intent to sell and deliver is filed.
Also, was the intent to sell and deliver, or was it just?
Possession with intent to sell and deliver.
All right, sorry.
F2.
Count one, I'm going to set your bond amount of $25,000. I'm going to release you ROR as to the other two counts. Condition that bond: you not possess any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. All right, have a great day, sir. Sorry, we're going to put the public defender right here to represent him in all his cases that are already appointed. All right. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Edwin Picon.
Mr. Picon,
Picon.
Edwin Picon.
Mr. Picon, you are here in 2021 CT 1155 AO on a charge of driver license suspended. You're also picked up in 2021 CF 1699 AO on charges of trafficking in fentanyl. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. We're going to state your bonds as your driver license suspended charge in the amount of $500. As to your felony case, we're going to state a bond in the amount of $100,000. Additionally, your bond, not possessing any drugs and alcohol without a valid prescription. And you're out on bond in 2020 CT 2991 AO. Of course, going to revoke that bond. They're going to set new bonds in zero in that case. I want to appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases. Have a great day, sir. Right. I'm assuming Gomez, this one, they're not coming. This is a move up. This is going to be an interpreter for the arraignment. But he's here. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Sebastián Temac. Sebastián Temac.
Sebastián Temat.
Mr. Temak, you are here in 2004 CT 774 AO on charge of no valid driver's license. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. With a punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Ms. George, looks like your office represents him. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, is there an offer to resolve his case today?
It's an arraignment.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I have the case number, please?
2004 CT 774 AO.
An adjudication, credit for time served.
All right. Ms. George, you want to try to talk to Mr. Gomez about taking an offer of adjudication of guilt, credit time served?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ok, está bien.
Oh, I don't know. She was already seen. He's gonna be revoked his bond. Okay.
No me pongo.
I'm sorry? Yes, if you could, I would like to court you. Your Honor, I did have a chance to speak with my client. I did advise him that accepting an offer could potentially subject him to deportation as he is not a U.S. citizen, but he advised he still would like to take the state's offer today.
All right. Mr. Tomac, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, put your hand down. Sir, you're here in 2004 CT 774AO on a charge of no valid driver's license. That's second-degree misdemeanor. It's punished up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Ms. George, what plea would you like to enter on behalf of your client?
No contest, Your Honor.
Sir, do you understand by entering a plea of no contest in this case, you're going to give up certain constitutional rights? One of those rights is you give up the right to have a trial. Do you understand that?
Sí.
Yes, I can.
Do you understand you give up the right to have Ms. George represent you at a trial?
Sí.
Yes,
At that trial, Ms. George can challenge the state's evidence. She can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Sí.
yes,
If there was a witness that didn't want to come to court, the court can use the subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Sí.
yes,
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
no,
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
no,
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
no,
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Sí.
yes,
Sir, I did have a chance to quickly look at your record. The court did find a factual basis for for entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest in this case. Find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for the 4 days that you have in Orange County Jail with 4 days credit time served. I'll impose court costs and cost of prosecution amount of $306. There's a $50 public defender lien and a $50 public defender fee for a total of $406. I will give you 1 year from today's date to pay that money directly to the clerk in full. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Do you understand?
Sí.
yes.
All right. Have a great day, sir. And Madam Interpreter, I think that was my last one.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. Tell me your name, sir.
Good morning, Your Honor, sir. Samuel Buck.
All right, Mr. Buck, you are here this morning because you were here seen yesterday by Judge Gibson. You had an out-of-county warrant from, I believe, Seminole County? Osceola County. But we didn't have the affidavit for the warrant, so we can set bonds in your case. Can somebody just tell me quickly, was this the same victim from the 2015 case? I didn't have a chance to look it up.
see that, Your Honor.
All right. All right, sir, it's count one, battery by strangulation, and you were charged with battery by strangulation and aggravated assault and battery domestic violence in 2021 CF 379 AO is an Osceola County case. In that case, in count one, the court's going to set your bond in the amount of $25,000. Count two, $10,000. Count three, $5,000. Conditioning your bonds to have no contact with the victim in that case. You are to maintain a separate residence from the victim. You are to possess no weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You are to possess no drugs or alcohol while you're out on release in this case. Have a great day, sir. I'll appoint a public defender to represent you in all your cases.
Your Honor, my client is working currently. Is there any possible way that you'd be willing to reduce the bonds, the $25,000 bond and the $10,000 bond?
Not without input from the victim based on the criminal history that I see.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, You gotta wipe it down. All right, who we got?
Joseph Byrne, refused, Your Honor.
All right, this is 2021 CF 1687 AO. Joseph Barron, Ms. George, going to appoint the public defender's office to represent him.
Your Honor, will waive.
All right.
Your Honor, it is the same victim as the Allen Bond case.
Yeah, I read both cases. In that case, the court's I did review the case and did find probable. The judge already found probable cause for his arrest on the new law offense. The court's going to set bond in count 1 in the amount of $15,000, count 2 in the amount of $25,000, count 3 in the amount of $25,000, count 4 in the amount of $25,000. Condition of the bond is he had no contact with the victim in this case, to maintain a separate residence from the victim, did not return to the scene, no return to the scene. He not possessing weapons or firearms. The weapons and firearms he has and be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of his release. He was out on bond in 2021 CF 142 AO. Judge Brewer ordered him to have no contact with the victim in that case, and he's already alleged to committed a new law offense there was probable cause found for. The court is going to revoke that bond, set new bonds at 0. Conditions that he had no contact with the victim, and that includes from the jail in both cases. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Sean Cray.
All right. Mr. Gregg, you are here in 2020 CF 13185 AO for 3 violations of pretrial release on the conditions on the domestic violence case. The judge signing your warrant set your bond at $0. Your bond remain at $0. I'm going to appoint a public defender to represent you in that case. Sir?
As a private attorney.
Oh, you're a private attorney? All right. Mr. O'Mara? All right, I didn't know that, but let Mr. When you get a chance, call Mr. O'Mara, let him know where you are so you can take appropriate action, okay?
So no bond?
No bond right now, based on the warrant that the judge signed. All right, everybody got to look up here. Everybody always walk through that door, start looking in the audience. Like, look at me. All right, sir, have a great day.
Oh, thank you.
Tell me your name, ma'am.
Florence Davis.
All right, Ms. Davis, you are here in 2021 CF 1689 AO on charge of aggravated assault and domestic violence. The judge signing your warrant set your bond amount of $7,500. Condition of your bonds is that you no return to the scene. Your judge already found probable cause and set your bond at the amount of $7,500. No contact with the victim. I'll scratch it, no return to the scene, and make it maintain a separate residence. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have. I will you cannot possess any weapons or firearms without a valid. No, you cannot possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Now, appoint a public defender to represent Ms. Davis.
Your Honor, my client advised that she lives on the property. There's multiple houses on the property, but her house is located on the property as well as the victim. We would ask that they maintain a separate residence.
That's what I said.
Okay.
If the residence is under 500 feet, I'll modify that part of no contact order, but
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I think the issue is that the way the property is set up, she has to literally pass by the victim's house in order to get to her property that's located in the back. I'm not sure how the court could modify the no contact order.
Without more information, I need more information. Is there an easement that runs along the edge of the property? If you're landlocked, then they had to give you some kind of easement to go to and fro.
Okay, so in order for me to get where I'm staying, she stay on the back property, so I have to come through the back gate and go through another gate to get to where I'm staying. My sister stay over here in the corner house, because this is my sister you're talking about. And she have on her door, she do have a video camera that every time I go in and out of the property, it do records me going in and out.
Okay. Well, the question I have, is there another front entrance that you can use?
There's not another access to the property but through there.
So no objection to her being able to go to her house. If the victim is outside of their residence, she can't walk by. She'd have to wait until the victim goes back in her residence.
Yeah.
And just no contact with the victim.
So as I said,
I use the back property to go in and out of, but I only be in my car. I don't walk nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. There's no stopping. So so the order is just say, that's why I said I'll scratch the part about the 500 feet, and you need to maintain a separate residence. You just can't have contact with her. So if she's outside, hustle and bustle to get through until you get to your next location.
Okay.
All right. Tell me your name, ma'am.
Shamanita Jones.
Ms. Jones, you're here in 2021 CF 1698AO on a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, it did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. I'm going to set your bond in the amount of, I got PTR, she doesn't qualify?
No, Your Honor, they didn't qualify her due to her having a violation of probation warrant out of Georgia.
Oh, okay, I see it now. All right. All right, ma'am. I want to set your bond in the amount of $5,000 in this case. Condition your bond, you had no contact with the victim. You are to possess no weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Okay. You don't live with the victim, correct?
No.
Okay, so I want no return to her residence as part of the no contact order.
Okay.
And Ms. Kennedy wants me not asking for any other conditions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Have a great day, ma'am.
I'm sorry, what was the bond amount?
$5,000. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Daryl Sloan.
Mr. Salong, you're here in 2021 CF 1692AO on a charge of aggravated battery on a pregnant person. Court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, it did find probable cause for your arrest. I'll set your bond in the amount of $2,500. Condition your bond had no contact with the victim. Maintain a separate residence from the victim. May return one time to the residence with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have. You are to possess no weapons or firearms, but any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You are to possess no drugs or alcohol. Any drugs or alcohol you have need to be turned over, so you're not possessing any drugs or alcohol while you're out on release. Have a great day, sir. I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. Sorry. So I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. All right, have a great day. All right, look at me. Here you go. Tell me your name.
Jose Luis Villanueva.
Mr. Villanueva, you are here in 2021 CF 1716AO on a charge of tampering with a witness and hinder communication, battery, domestic violence, and resisting an officer without violence. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, they did find probable cause for your arrest. I have a witness in the witness booth. Ma'am, can you tell me your name?
Rosemary Scott.
All right, ma'am, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Yep. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
All right, tell me how you know Mr. Villanueva.
He is my boyfriend and my son and daughter's father.
All right. And are you afraid of Mr. Villanueva?
No.
Do you want him to return to, do you all share a residence together?
Yes.
Do you want him to return to the residence?
Yes.
Did drugs, alcohol play a role in this incident?
Yes.
All right. Ms. Kenny Swanson, has any questions for Ms. Villanueva?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Oh, yeah, one more. Ms. Villanueva, if something like this were to happen again, would you feel comfortable contacting law enforcement?
Yes.
And has something like this happened in the past?
Minor, but it was because we were drinking also.
Okay. All right, Ms. George, do you have any questions for this witness?
No, Your Honor.
All right, we're going to appoint the public defender to represent Mr. Villanueva. Mr. Villanueva, he should qualify for pretrial release. I'm trying to figure out, other than the DV charge.
He could qualify, Your Honor.
All right. All right, sir, I'm going to set your bonds as follows. I'm going to set your bond to count 1 amount $500, count 2 $500, count 3 $100. I'm going to place you on pretrial release as part of your bonds. Condition your bonds, you're not to have any hostile contact with the victim. You understand that? So that means no, you guys can have disagreements. Everybody disagrees, but you cannot have disagreements to the point where law enforcement is going to be called. So even if the neighbors call law enforcement, you're going to go to jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You are to possess no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. You'll be subject to random drug and alcohol testing at your expense. I will start your narcotics testing within 30 days of today's date. After 30 days of today's date. But the alcohol testing will resume immediately. You understand that?
Okay, so I have to go in somewhere and check in?
Nope, you're not going. You can check into rehab if you want, if you feel that's something that you're. But you got to check in with pretrial release. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
So you got to keep it.
Where do I go to do the drug test?
Yep, you got to keep in contact with pretrial release. They'll interview you before you leave and talk to you about that.
All right.
But the testing, seems that you guys cannot drink or use drugs, then you may find a way to live at peace with each other.
Yes, sir.
So what's more important is going to be the question.
Our kids.
I was just wondering because I don't want to get
Yep.
in trouble. I want to keep everything up to date.
Yep, I got you. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Tell me your name, sir.
Jonathan White.
All right, Mr. White, you're here in 2021 CF 1707AO on charges of aggravated assault with a firearm, domestic violence, and battery domestic violence. Let me see, this is the warrant. Correct. I did review this charging affidavit. In this case, I did find a factual basis for the airing of I did find probable cause for your arrest as to both charges. Of course, going to set your bond to count 1 in amount of $5,000, count 2, $500. Condition of your bonds have no contact with the victim in this case, not return to this, no maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement retrieve any personal items you have at the residence. You are to possess no weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And Ms. Kennedy Swanson, you asking for anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you have any questions about no contact order?
No, sir.
All right, have a great day. All right, tell me your name, ma'am.
Johnny Blackshear.
Ms. Blackshear, you're here in 2021 MM 999 AO on charge of battery, dating violence. The court reviewed the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. One point, the public defender represents you in this case. I have a witness in the witness booth. Sir, can you tell me your name?
Derek Graves Sr.
All right, sir, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Sir, can you tell me how you know Ms. Blackshear?
It's my girlfriend.
All right. And are you afraid of her?
No.
Do you all live together?
We're between both houses. She has her own apartment, and I have my own.
All right. And has something like this happened in the past?
No.
All right. If something were like to happen, if something like this were to happen in the future, would you feel comfortable contacting law enforcement?
Yes.
All right. And did drugs and alcohol play a role in this incident?
Excuse me?
Did drugs and alcohol play a role in this incident?
No, sir.
Ms. Kennedy Swanson, do you have any questions for Mr. Graves?
I do not.
Ms. George?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Blackshear, I want to set your bonds as follows in the sole count of the charging affidavit, amount of $250. That's going to come with pretrial release supervision, that you have no hostile contact with the victim. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so no hostile contact in the most broadest sense means you guys can have a disagreement. But if you disagree to the point where law enforcement is going to be called, then you won't go to jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, have a great day, ma'am. All right. Ma'am, tell me your name.
Amanda Chatterquist.
Is it Chetterquist?
Chatterquist.
All right. Ms. Chetterquist, you are here in 2021 MM 971 AO on a charge of battery, domestic violence. The court did review this charging affidavit and did find probable cause for your arrest. Going to point the public defender represents you in this case. Going to set your bond amount of $100 and have you interviewed for mental health pretrial release. Condition of the release, no contact with the victim, maintain a separate residence from the victim, not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. Yes, 100. And screen her for mental health pretrial release.
Your Honor, my client doesn't live in Florida. Is it okay if she has her pretrial release with you?
She doesn't qualify for pretrial, straight pretrial, like regular pretrial release.
Okay.
But I'm looking at her phase sheet. It's telling me that she does have some mental health ailments that may have contributed to this. So I'm trying to get her connected with some kind of services so she can get proper medication.
Right, Your Honor. I just wanted to make sure she was going to be allowed to do it where she lives, because she doesn't live in Florida.
Ms. Davis?
I'm not too sure, Your Honor.
All right, well, we'll find out. If there's an issue, you can come back and talk to me about it.
Oh.
Ms. George, what's your bond? Let's be serious.
All right, sir, tell me your name.
Renard Mahone.
Mr. Mahone, you are here in 2021 MM 1007 AO on charges of battery, domestic violence, and resisting officer without violence. Court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in count one in the amount of $500. Count two is $500. Condition of your bond, you had no contact with the victim, maintain a separate residence from the victim, give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the residence. You not possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement in 24 hours of your release. You got any questions about the no contact order, Mr. Mahone?
No, sir.
All right, have a great day. Well, after you sign, have a great day. All right, sir, tell me your name.
David Pruitt.
Mr. Pruitt, you're here in 2021 MM1003AO on charges of battery, domestic violence, and 2 counts. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bonds in count 1 and count 2 in the amount of $250 each. Condition you'll be placed on pretrial release with your bond. Condition the bond to have no contact with the victim. Maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement retrieve any personal items you have. You are to possess no weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release.
Did you receive my updated copy?
Nope. Oh, they look at it. All right, they're saying no now. No PTO.
There's notes on the back that.
All right, let's see what the new notes say. All right. Well, since you're not gonna get PTR, I'm gonna set your bonds in count 1, the amount of $500. Count 2, $500. Same conditions. It's gonna be $500 each on each count for bond, but no PTR because you don't qualify. But the same conditions: no contact, maintain separate residence, no weapons, no firearms.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So you have any questions about the no contact order before we leave?
Excuse me?
You got any questions about the no contact order?
So my wife's disabled, and she's missing a leg, and I take care of her.
Yeah.
I'm around her 24/7.
All right, well, she's gonna-
Then I'll have to stay somewhere else.
Yep. For right now, you're going to make some other arrangements until you get to talk to Judge Wayne Shoemaker.
Give them another address, or can I just go?
Well, if you bond out, you can go wherever you want to go, except to the residence where this victim lives.
No, I won't go.
So to have you need to have no contact with them.
No.
So you can go to. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement. So you got to go with law enforcement.
I'm not gonna play that first.
All right. It's up to you. All right. Have a great day.
Bearer, refuse court.
Oh well, that's unfortunate. All right, this is Tatiana Vera, 2000. She's supposed to be here in 2021, MM 972AO, and she has an out-of-county warrant from Osceola. Could appoint Ms. George to represent her.
Your Honor, we'll waive.
All right. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, it did find probable cause for her arrest. We're going to set her bond in count 1 in the amount of $500. We're going to stay her bond in count 2 in the amount of $500. Condition of the bond, she had no contact with the victim, maintain a separate residence from the victim. Could turn one time with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items that they have she has at the residence. She has possessed no weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms she has need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of her release. She has an out-of-county warrant in 2020 MM 2756 OAO for failure to appear. The bond in that case is $2,000. And she was out on bond in several other paid theft cases. In 2020, is it MO or MM?
It's MM. Yeah.
MM 7747 and 2020 MM 7055. Court's going to revoke those bonds. We'll set new bonds in the amount of $0. Going to appoint a public defender to represent her in all her cases to make sure. All right, sir, tell me your name.
Kwame Montreal Winner.
Mr. Winter, you're here in 2021 MM992AO on charge of battery, dating violence. The court did review the charging affidavit in that case. It did find probable cause for your arrest. You were also arrested on a warrant for a violation of pretrial release conditions in 2020 MM6492AO. And I was going to ask Ms. Kennedy Swanson, if you have offer for that petty theft case?
Yes, an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, no return, cost of investigation of $46.88 to the Orlando Police Department.
88, correct?
Yes, 4688.
All right. All right, Mr. Winter, the state of Florida is offering you a adjudication of guilt, credit for time served as to the petty theft case that you're out on. Do you want to take that offer to resolve your case? Cover your face, cover your face. All right, now tell me what you got to say.
You say time served for the petty theft?
Yes, sir. Adjudication of guilt, time served.
Yes, sir.
And it's cost of investigation of $46.88.
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You put your hand down. Tell me your name one more time.
Kwame Montreal Winter.
All right, Mr. Winter, you're here in 2020 MM6492AO on a charge of petty theft with a prior theft conviction. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that for a future conviction in this case, if you're convicted of another petty theft or you're arrested for another petty theft, that charge can be used to upgrade your sentencing up to a third-degree felony. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to this charge?
Petty theft?
Yeah, to the petty theft. Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest?
No contest.
No contest.
All right. Do you understand what entering a plea of no contest? You're going to give it the right to have a trial in this matter?
Yes, sir.
All right. You understand you're going to give it the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial?
Yes, sir.
At a trial, your attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Can you? Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand you give the right to remain silent in this case?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand you give the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand you give the right to appeal any judgments, any errors in this case, except the court's jurisdiction over you and the sentence I'm going to impose?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation. Yeah, do you understand if you're not a United States citizen, that you could be deported from this country if you're based on this plea?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir. I did have an opportunity to review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for you, a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest, find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I give him credit for the...
I don't have that information. 4 days.
4 days?
4 days.
All right. For the 4 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 4 days credit time served, I'll impose court costs and cost of prosecution in the amount of $273, and I'll impose $46.88 cost of investigation to Orlando Police Department, and I'll order that you not return to the scene of this location. The cost in this case will be due to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment sentence in writing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, as to the 2021 MM992 case, the court did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to set your bond in an amount of $1,000. I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim in this case, that you not return, you maintain a separate residence from the victim. If y'all don't live together, correct?
Yeah, we.
All right, cover your face, cover your face. All right, so make sure, all right. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items that you have at the location. You cannot possess any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. And let me check one last thing. All right. Ms. Kenny Swanson, you asking for anything else on the new case?
No, Your Honor.
All right, sir. All right, have a great day, sir. All right, ma'am, tell me your name.
Ivona Zaborowska.
Ms. Zabolowska, you are here in 2021 MM1002AO on a charge of battery domestic violence. The court did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your arrest. I'm going to she doesn't qualify because
She
of...
could qualify, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, ma'am, I'm going to set your bond amount of $250 in this case. If your bond's going to come with pretrial release supervision, that you have no contact with the victim, you maintain a separate residence from the victim. I'll give you a one-time return with law enforcement to retrieve any personal items you have at the location. You are to possess no weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. All right.
I understand.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. Tell me your name, sir.
Jason Adamski.
Mr. Adamski, you're here in 2021 CT 1156 and 2021 CT 1157 on charges of driver license suspended as subsequent offender and expired driver's license more than 4 months. Court did review the charging affidavit in these cases and did find probable cause for your arrest. Ms. Kenny Swanson, any offers to resolve these cases now?
No, Your Honor.
All right. All right, sir, I'm going to appoint or release you on recognizance as to these cases. All right. Condition your release, you not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You need to show up at all your court dates. You'll sign for a court date when you leave here today. If you don't show up at that court date, some people in some green uniforms will come looking for you. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day.
Thank you.
Tell me your name, sir.
James Carey.
Mr. Carey, you are here in 2021 CT 239AW on charge of driving license suspended or driving a commercial vehicle license suspended. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, actually. But I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I did find probable cause for your, actually, Ms. Kenny Swanson, this is kind of a little technicality, but I don't know if Jeep makes any commercial-sized vehicles.
I'm sorry?
I don't know if Jeep makes any commercial-sized vehicles.
I do not know the answer to that.
Yeah, probably find probable cause for this a straight driver license suspended. It's just three, same statute. Just, yeah, okay.
I was reading my emails.
Okay.
Okay, what'd you say?
I want to find probable cause just a regular driver license suspended, not with the, because the citation just says driver license suspended. I don't know why the charging affidavit came out different. The citation says the right statute number 322.34 sub 2 sub A. I don't know why the charging affidavit came out differently, but so you're arrested for driver license suspended. Ms. Kenny Swanson, any offer to resolve Mr. Carey's case?
There is not.
All right, sir, I'm going to release you on own recognizance as to this case. Condition of your release, do not operate a motor vehicle without a valid driver's license. You need to show up all your court dates. If you don't show up at your court dates, there's going to be some people in some green uniforms going to come looking for you. You understand that? Have a great day, sir. Tell me your name, sir.
How you doing?
State your name.
Oh, Silas Fullwood.
All right, Mr. Fullwood, you're here in 2019 CT 5034AO on a failure to appear warrant. The judge signed your warrant, set your bond at $250. Ms. Kenny Swanson, is there an offer to resolve this?
Adjudication
No
of guilt
ballot.
for credit for time served. I'm sorry, withhold
Withhold,
adjudication.
yeah, okay.
Mr. Fullwood, credit for time
All
served.
right. Sir, the state of Florida is offering you a withhold of adjudication of guilt, credit for time served. Is that an offer you'd like to take today?
Yes, sir.
All right, sir, you can raise your right hand and be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, none but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down. Sir, you are here in 2019 CT 5034AO on a charge of no valid driver's license. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year, 2 years, 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. So maximum penalties are 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
So you say I got.
No. The maximum penalties for this charge, no valid driver's license, are 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand? Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve that case for no valid driver's license?
No contest.
You understand by entering a plea of no contest, you're going to give up certain constitutional rights.
Yes, sir.
You understand by one of those rights is give up the right to have a trial. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You understand? You're going to give up the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial.
Yes, sir.
At a trial, an attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If there's a witness that you wanted to call that did not want to appear, the court can use the subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No, sir.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No, sir.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes, sir.
I did have an opportunity to review your driving record in this case. I did find a probable cause for your arrest, a factual basis for your plea in this case. I'll accept your plea of no contest in this case, find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll withhold adjudication of guilt. I'll give you credit for the
2 days.
2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. I will impose court costs in this case in the amount of $301 in cost of prosecution. I'll make those costs payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Have a great day, sir. All right, then I have Smalls bonded.
Funded.
And I'm sorry, how many credit did Fullwood have?
2.
2, thank you.
All right, then, all right, sir, tell me your name.
Captain Vasquez Ledger.
All right, Mr. Vasquez Ledger, you're here in 2020 CT 3471AO on a charge of failure to appear. All right, no motorcycle endorsement case. The judge signing your warrant set your bond at $1,000. Ms. Kennedy Swanson's an offer for Mr. Vasquez to resolve his case.
A withhold credit for time served.
All right. Can you raise your right hand? You want to accept that offer, withhold credit time, sir?
Yes.
All right. Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, none but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right. Put your hand down. Sir, you are here in 2020 CT 3471AO on a charge of no motorcycle endorsement. That's a second-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that? You gotta say yes or no.
Yes.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve this case?
No conflict.
Do you understand by entering a plea of no contest in this case, you get the right to have a trial? You understand you get the right to have an attorney appointed to represent you at a trial?
Yes.
At a trial, your attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you wanted to call a witness to the stand, that witness did not want to appear, the court can use a subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness? Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea? You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
And this is important for you, but you understand that a plea in any case, if you, for the charge you're facing, or if you have been convicted in the past of a sexually violent or sexually motivated offense, that you could be subject to civil commitment up to the rest of your life. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, the court did review your driving record. before coming to court today, so I did find a factual basis for the entering of your plea. I accept your plea of no contest, find that plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll withhold adjudication of guilt. I'll give you credit for the
2 days.
2 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 2 days credit time served. I'll impose court costs and cost of prosecution amount of $301. Sir, those costs are payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. I'm not taking any action on your felony case that you're out on bond on. You do need to go to the sheriff's office and register within 48 hours of your release from this jail, though. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Have a great day, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Who you have next, Troy?
I had a stack of arraignments, but I think we already dealt with these people, right?
All of them,
All right.
Just call on the record, then we could just go
All right, let's
real
go.
fast.
All right, I have Reed in 2013, CT 1241AL.
Who's medical, Your Honor?
All right.
Key?
This one's
Division 85, pretrial conference date is March 22nd, 9 a.m., courtroom 4A.
I had another Reed, they had another case, 2013, CT 2140.
Also medical, Your Honor?
Pretrial conference date, March 22nd, 9 a.m., courtroom 4A.
I had Simmons, 2021, CT 961.
Medical?
Division 84, pretrial conference date, March 15th, 10 a.m., courtroom 4B.
I had Sun, 2021, CT 959.
Medical?
Division 80, pretrial conference, March 25th, 9 a.m., courtroom 9C.
I had Williams, 2021, CT 973AO.
Medical?
Division 63, pretrial conference, March 11th, 1 p.m., courtroom 12C.
Then I had for a horror case, Borke, Borkus, I guess we're gonna call it, 2020 MM 8666AL.
He's medical, Your Honor?
Division 83, pretrial conference date, March 24th, 9 a.m., courtroom 6C.
I have Harris, 2021 MM 920.
Medical?
Division 82, pretrial conference date, March 1st, 10:30 a.m., courtroom 10B.
Then I have Jackson, 2021 MM 113AO.
He's right here.
All right. All right, so hello, sir. You're here in 2021 MM 113AO on a charge of petty theft with one prior theft conviction. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Ms. George, you already discussed an offer with Mr. Jackson?
Yeah. Can I have just a moment, Your Honor?
All right. Somebody tell me what this is about.
He's just here for that fact, for the, but I don't know where he was.
I don't know what Ms. Davis.
Maybe she can help, yeah.
Can you talk to me about this guy real quick?
Your Honor, my client's going to accept the state's offer of an adjudication of guilt. Credit for time served, no return, restitution in the amount of $3.55. And yep, we're going to enter a plea of no contest, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Jackson, you raise your right hand and be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Put your hand down, sir. Can you tell me your name?
DeAndre Antonio Jackson.
All right, Mr. Jackson, you're here in 2021 MM 113AO on a charge of petty theft with one prior theft conviction. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You want to enter, Ms. George says you want to enter a plea of no contest in your, that's correct? You have somebody entering a plea of no contest, you give up the right to have a trial? You're saying you give up the right to have a trial?
Yes.
You're saying you give up the right to have Ms. George represent you at a trial?
Yes.
At the trial, Ms. George can challenge the state's evidence. She can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. You understand that?
Yes.
If there's a witness you wanted to call and you wanted to appear in the court, and that witness did not want to appear, the court can use the subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand? You know what I'm saying? You have the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That this sin, this plea, and this conviction can be used at a later date to upgrade your sentencing up to a third-degree felony.
Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do.
All right. You understand? You giving up your right to remain silent as to this charge.
Yes, I do.
You know what I'm saying? You give up the right to appeal any errors in this case except the court's jurisdiction over you and the sentence I'm going to impose.
Yes.
All right. Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea?
No.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness?
No.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
You understand? By entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation.
Yes.
All right. And you all stipulate to a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. George?
Yes, Your Honor.
Based on that stipulation, the court will find on a factual basis. I will accept your plea of no contest in this case, find that it is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for the 38 days that you spent in Orange County Jail with 38 days credit time served. You have $3.55 of cost of debt restitution to the victim, and I'm going to have Ms. Kenny Swanson provide the clerks with that information because I don't know where the money's supposed to go. And then you have court costs in this case and cost of prosecution amount $273. There's a $50 public defender lien, $50 public defender application fee. I'll make all those costs doable and payable in this case within 1 year of today's date. Directly to the clerk. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing.
That was 2021 MM113, correct?
Yes, ma'am. You just get a clerk a sticky. Just let her know where the money's going.
You mean email to Ms. Erling?
Or whatever you want.
You mean email you the address?
You can.
Yeah. All right, sir. Have a great day. All right, thank you. All right. Ortega?
Yes, sir.
All right, tell me your name, ma'am. Tell me your name.
My name is Aneta Ortega.
All right, ma'am, you're here in 2021 MM919AO. You've been charged by information with the charge of resisting an officer without violence. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine.
Your Honor, could I have just a moment?
Yep.
Your Honor, I spoke with my client. She wants to accept the state's offer of an adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, and enter a plea of no contest.
I saw this case. Right. You know, you said it was adjudication or withhold? That's correct.
Adjudication.
All right.
Adjudication.
All right. All right, Mr. Ortega, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand to be sworn in? There we go. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down. Tell me your name one more time.
Annette Ortega.
Ms. Ortega, you are here in 2021 MM919AO on a charge of resisting officer without violence. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Sorry, it's the first time. I was very nervous.
Don't talk about the facts of the case. Tell me if you understand that this charge you're facing is punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Those are the maximum penalties. Do you understand those are the maximum penalties?
Is you offer me 1 year and
No. Do you need an interpreter, ma'am?
Okay, Your Honor, we're ready.
All right, Ms. Ortega, do you understand that this charge you're facing is punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine?
I hear you, sir.
Do you understand?
I do.
All right. Do you want to enter, Ms. George, tell me that you want to enter a plea of no contest, is that correct?
No, not guilty.
All right.
No contest.
All right. You understand by entering a plea of no contest in this case, you give up the right to have a trial in this matter?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you understand you give up the right to have Ms. George represent you at that trial?
Yes, sir.
At that trial, your attorney, Ms. George, can challenge the state's evidence. She can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. I do understand.
You don't understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You understand that if you want a witness to come to court, the court can use subpoena power to make that witness come to court. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
Yes, sir.
You're under the influence of drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No, sir.
Have you now or in the past been diagnosed with a mental health illness? Has anybody forced, threatened, or coerced you to enter this plea? Am I?
No, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Do you need an interpreter, ma'am? Because it's like.
No, it's
hard to
I can
hear.
it.
All right.
Yeah, it's hard to hear.
All right, ma'am. Do you understand that if you are not a United States citizen, entering this plea could subject you to deportation?
Yes.
All right. Do you all stipulate to a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Based on the stipulation, the court is going to accept your plea of no contest and going to find that your plea is freely and voluntarily entered. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'm going to give you credit for the 38 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 38 days credit time served. There's court cost of prosecution in the amount of $273. You have a $50 public defender lien, a $50 public defender application fee. All those costs are going to be payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. All right? Have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you.
Can we roll Dixon to this afternoon? Because I got to do some research.
Dixon?
Yeah.
What kind of cases?
He's here for a fact.
He's here for a fact, but I don't have any information on the new case that he has.
I don't have.
You don't have
Joshua Dixon. Did you already go to Orange? You already going to St. John's? You sent him over?
I know nothing. This is the first time.
Is he in the jail? What's the next question?
He's here.
All right, I don't know. I was given this sheet saying like he has a Orange County case, 2019 case, but then I guess he got arrested on a warrant from the St. John's case. But I don't have any information about the St. John's case, so I had to pull that warrant because I didn't see it this morning when I was looking for him. So we'll figure it out. All right, Sereno.
Sereno is medical, Your Honor.
All right, that's 2020 2021 MM524.
What type of case is Sereno? Oh,
Yeah, Bernice Sereno, the way, Sereno.
thank you.
Division 80, pretrial conference date, March 25th, 9 a.m., courtroom 9C.
All right. Tell me your name, sir. Your name.
Doyle Landry.
Mr. Landry, you're here in 2021 MM994AO on a charge of trespass on property after warning. I did review the charging affidavit. In this case, I did find probable cause for your arrest. State.
Withhold credit for time served of 2 days, no return.
All right, Mr. Landry, do you want to take that state's offer of withhold credit time served?
I deny.
All right. All right, sir, I'll release you on recognizance as to this case. I'm going, but with the following conditions, you not return to the scene of this location. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And you show up at your future court dates. If you miss your court date, There's gonna be a warrant for your arrest. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, somebody will want to look at him, screen him for mental health court, for vet court. All right, have a great day, sir. Have a great day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
See?
You said you wanted him screened for mental health?
No, sorry, for vet court. I meant to say vet court.
Okay.
Because he seems to be a relatively young Marine vet that's homeless. So something's going on there. Do you have your notes? Thank you, sir. Tell me your name.
Arnold Marshall.
Mr. Marshall, you're here in 2021 MM977AO on charge of battery. The court did review the charging affidavit. In this case, it did find probable cause for your arrest. I want to stay your bonds in the amount of $500 in this case. Condition your bond, you have no contact with the victim. Not possessing any weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. You are to possess no drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription. Ms. Kennedy Swanson, what do you want me to do as to... I see a PTD case, so I don't even know.
No action.
I'm not taking any action on the 2020 CF8877 AO case. All right, have a great day, sir. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Tuấn Ngọc Nguyễn.
Mr. Dumpway, you are here in 2021 MM970AO on 2 charges, possession of drug paraphernalia and possession of an open container. I reviewed the charging affidavit. I did find probable cause for your arrest. State, is there an offer for Mr. Nogoy to resolve this case today?
Withhold credit for time served.
Mr. Nogoy, do you want to accept the state's offer of a withhold adjudication and guilt credit time served?
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand and be sworn in?
Yes, sir.
I need you to raise your right hand and be sworn in. There you go. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you can put your hand down. Sir, you're here in 2021 MM970AO on 2 charges, possession of drug paraphernalia. That's a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. Open container is a second-degree misdemeanor, punishable with 60 days in the county jail and a $500 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve the case?
Yes, sir. I'm plead guilty. You know.
All right. Do you understand by entering a plea of guilty that you're going to waive up your right to have a trial? You understand by entering a plea of guilty, you're waiving your right to have a trial?
Yeah, I'm plead guilty.
I understand that. You understand you're waiving your rights? You understand you're waiving your constitutional rights?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't speak good English, very good. So
What language do you speak?
Vietnamese.
All right. Let's pass you for a minute. Let's see if we can get a Vietnamese person interpreter on the language line. And let's pass your case for a second. Just step back. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going. I'm just. Can we contact somebody to help you? And, all right. That's what I was saying. Can somebody, I saw people walking in here that can help. All right, sir. Tell me your name.
Terry Adair Butcher.
Mr. Butcher, you're here in 2020 MM7113AO on a failure to appear warrant. The judge signing your warrant set your bond at $3,500. Your bond remained at $3,500. Condition your bond that you have no contact with the victim and maintain a separate residence from the victim. Possess no weapons or firearms. Any weapons or firearms you have need to be turned over to law enforcement within 24 hours of your release. All right. Have a great day, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Tell me your name, sir.
What are you doing? Jonathan LaRosa.
Mr. LaRosa, you're here in 2020 MM 6344AO on a failure to appear warrant. The judge signing your warrant set your bond to $2,000. States an offer to resolve this case.
Mr. LaRosa, adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, no return to the Walmart.
Mr. LaRosa, do you want to take that state offer of adjudication of guilt, credit time served?
Yes.
Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
And put your hand down. Sir, you're here in 2020 MM 6344AO on a charge of petty theft of $100 or more. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. It's punishable up to 1 year in the county jail and a $1,000 fine. You understand that? You understand? All right. Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve the case?
I'd like to resolve it.
Do you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve the case?
No contest.
Do you understand by pleading no contest, you're given the right to have a trial?
Yes.
You understand that pleading no contest, you're given the right to have the court appoint an attorney to represent you in this case?
Yeah.
You understand you're given the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt?
Yes.
At a trial, your attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If there was a witness you wanted to call that did not want to appear, the court can use subpoena power to make that witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
No.
Do you understand you're waiving your right to remain silent in this case?
Yes.
I can hear you.
Yes, I understand.
You understand that this conviction at a later date can be used to enhance your sentence up to a third-degree felony?
Yes.
You understand you're waiving your right to appeal any errors in this case except the court's jurisdiction over you and the sentence I'm going to impose?
Yes.
You now or in the past suffer from a mental health illness?
No.
Has anybody forced, threatened, or forced you to enter this plea?
No.
You understand by entering this plea, if you're not a United States citizen, it could subject you to deportation?
Yes.
Sir, I did review the charging affidavit in this case before coming to court. I did find a factual basis for entering of your plea. I'll accept your plea of no contest in this case, find it is freely and voluntarily entered. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for the
39 days.
39 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail with 39 days credit time served. I will order that you not return to the Walmart. There's court costs. The cost of prosecution in this case amount of $273. I make those costs payable directly to the clerk within 1 year of today's date. You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment and sentence in writing. Have a great day, sir.
There's no action on that.
There's no action I can't take. There's no action to do in 2020 CF 11301 AL. Tell me your name, ma'am.
Nikki Warren.
Ms. Warren, you're here in 2020 MM 5052 for a violation of conditional release. The judge set your bond amount of $2,000 in that case. You're also here in 2020 MM 595 AA for violation of pretrial release conditions. The judge set your bond amount of $500. The bonds will stay as set. Have a great day, ma'am.
20 MM 5052, the offer and adjudication of guilt, credit for time served, no return, cost of investigation of $75.24. And then let me look up the other one real quick.
I don't want to pay theft, I think, too, as well. I was all sure she wanted to resolve both today.
I just need to see if the time's working. So as to not even make it concerned about whether it's a felony or not, I'll withhold adjudication on the 2020 MM 595 case. Credit for time served, no return to that Walmart. Cost of investigation of $302 to the Apopka Police Department. And that
What was the
merchandise.
cost of investigations on the first case?
In the first case, it was $75.24 to the Orlando Police Department.
All right, ma'am. If you want to resolve your cases today, the offer from the state of Florida, and one of your cases is in 2020 MM 5052 AO is adjudication of guilt. Credit for the time that you spent in the case in the Orange County Jail. There's cost of investigation of $75.24 to Orlando Police Department. And there's court costs and cost of prosecution in that case. You also have 2020 MM 595 AA. The court's they offer you a withhold of adjudication of guilt, credit for time served. There's a cost of investigation of $302 to the Apopka Police Department. And there's court costs and cost of prosecution in that case. Do you want to take those off first?
Yes.
All right, can you raise your right hand and be sworn in? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this matter is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth to help you God? All right, put your hand down. Ma'am, you're here in 2020 MM 5052 AO and 2020 MM 5595 AO. Both of those are charges of petty theft. Both of those are second-degree misdemeanors. Both of those are punishable up to 60 days in the county jail and $500 fine in each case. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to resolve these cases?
Just guilty, I guess.
You understand by entering a plea of guilty in this case, you give the right to have a trial in each case. Look at me. All right, look at me. If you want to resolve this case, you gotta look at me. If you want to enter a plea of guilty, that's fine. You want to enter a plea of no contest, that's fine. You understand by entering a plea of guilty in this case, you give the right to have a trial in these cases. Each case you get a trial. You understand you're waiving that right. You understand you're waiving your right to have your attorney appointed to represent you in each one of your cases.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you gotta answer yes, I know.
Sir, I understand.
All right.
Yes, sir.
You understand that a conviction in these cases, and when your first case, can be used at a later date to enhance your sentence up to a third-degree felony. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that the state has to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt in each case? Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
At a trial, your attorney can challenge the state's evidence. They can question the state's witnesses and call witnesses on your behalf. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
If there was a witness you wanted to call to court that didn't want to come to court, the court can use subpoena power to make the witness appear. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Are you under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medication?
I take mental medication every day.
Okay. So I'm guessing you suffer from mental health illness. What is the mental health illness you suffer from?
I take medication for bipolar and severe depression disorder.
Okay. Does that medication aid you in understanding the world around you?
No, I understand everything.
All right. Well, does the medication help you? Is the question.
Yes.
All right.
Yes,
Are you
sir.
suffering from any of the symptoms of your bipolar disorder today?
No.
Or
I'm not.
depression?
I'm taking medicine regularly at home every day.
Okay, good. Well, keep on your medication, because
Yes, sir.
when people think they don't need it, that's when the bad things
No,
happen.
I know I need it, and I take it every day regularly. I have appointments that expire.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you understand my airing this plea? Wait, look at me. You understand my airing this plea if you're not a United States citizen and could subject you to deportation? You understand by airing this plea if you're not a United States citizen and could subject you to deportation?
Yes, sir.
All right, I did review both of these cases. I did find a factual basis in both cases. I accept your plea of guilty in both cases, find it freely and voluntarily entered. I'll start my sentencing with 2020 MM 5052 AO. I'll adjudicate you guilty of the charge. I'll give you credit for the
24 days.
24 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail in that case. I'll impose cost of investigation of $75.24 to Orlando Police Department. And there's court costs and cost of prosecution amount of $273 in this case. In 2020 MM 595 AA, the court will withhold adjudication of guilt. I'll give you credit for the
18 days.
18 days that you spent in the Orange County Jail in that case. The court cost in that case, the cost of investigation in that case is $302 to Apopka Police Department. The court cost and cost of prosecution in that case is $273. I'll combine all these costs for payment. I'll give you 2 years from today's date to pay that cost in full. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have 30 days from today's date to appeal your judgment sentence in writing. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right, have a great day. And Millard,
He refused court.
this is 2021 MO 211 AO. We'll appoint a public defender to represent him.
No objection to ROR.
Well, do you want to waive his appearance, Ms. George first?
We'll waive, Your Honor.
I know the court released him on his own recognizances as to this case. Petitions that he possessed no drugs or alcohol with a valid prescription, and he show up to his court dates. All right, and let's see if we get language line. All right, we'll go on a little short recess while we do that. It's always interesting. Hello, Ms. Interpreter.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
How are you? Can you put your name or your ID record number on the record for me?
Yes, my name is Helen. My ID number is 202446.
All right. Can you raise your right hand to be sworn in?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony that you're going to translate from Vietnamese to English and English to Vietnamese to the best of your abilities to help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Now, Interpreter, I have a defendant at the lectern. If you can ask him to tell me his name.
Xin quý vị vui lòng cho biết tên của quý vị.
Tuấn Ngọc Nguyễn.
Tuấn Ngọc Nguyễn.
All right. Sir, you're here in 2021 MM970AO on a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia and an open container.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, could you please kindly repeat and slow down because we
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
lot of static. I apologize.
No problem. You're here, sir, you're here in 2021 MM970AO on two charges. The first one is possession of drug paraphernalia, and the other one is open container.
May the interpreter clarify the information, Your Honor? You said 2021,
Yes, ma'am.
and then MN970AO,
Yes, ma'am.
and then two drug charge. The first one is you say something drug, and then the second one, the open container.
Yes, possession of drug paraphernalia.
And the one, yes, thank you, Your Honor. Quý vị có mặt ở đây vào 2021 MN9970AO về hai cái bị buộc tội về thuốc ma túy. Thuốc ma túy thứ nhất là có sở hữu cái thuốc ma túy, và cái thứ hai là mình có mở cái đồ đựng ra nhé.
Sir, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance as to these cases. I'm going to make a condition of your release that you do not possess or consume any drugs or alcohol without a valid prescription, and you show up at your future court dates.
Thưa ông, tôi sẽ phóng thích ông trong cái hồ sơ này và để rằng là ông không có sở hữu những cái phần mà có chứa những cái chất cồn như rượu bia hoặc là những thuốc được viết toa của bác sĩ, và sẽ làm cái hẹn lại cho cái ngày tòa kế tiếp ngày trong tương lai cho quý vị nhé.
Have a great day, sir.
Chúc quý vị một ngày tốt đẹp nhé. Is there anything else for the interpreter can help you with today, Your Honor?
No, ma'am.
My pleasure to see you, Your Honor. Have a good day. Thank you for using our services. Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Xin chào quý vị. Cảm ơn. Thank you. Goodbye.
Your case.
Attorney Jay Ruth, on behalf of Wayne Musselwhite, this is 13 CF 14789-A-O. Judge, we're here for a violation of probation. I spoke with the state previously. They've agreed to a $5,000 bond. I want to give you a little overview. The reason for the violation is solely for the purposes of a new law offense of a misdemeanor battery in Seminole County. The Seminole County misdemeanor battery has been no information. I provided a copy, or I showed a copy to the state attorney. Also, in the affidavit of violation of probation, it indicates that probation's recommendation is essentially a reinstatement of probation, so they're not looking for additional incarceration as well. I'd like the court to take into consideration the state's agreement to the $5,000 bond and grant that.
That is all accurate from the state's position, Your Honor.
Do you have a copy of the announcement of no information from Seminole County?
Yes, Judge.
Can I read it, please?
Yes, Judge. It's also showing online in the Sonoma County Clerk of Court if you need to verify that, but I printed it directly from there, Judge.
This is not helpful at all. Why did the prosecutors not tell me why?
We don't ever tell you why. Well, in Orange, we don't, Osceola, we don't tell you why.
Yeah, in the 5th, we would put why we were dropping the case.
We don't ever tell you why.
So that's super helpful, because then someone else who's reading the document, I don't know, like another judge, could say, oh, the reason we're doing this is.
Yeah, no, we don't ever put that. We just feel like it's not suitable to go forward at this time. Whatever that may mean to the general public.
Super not helpful. Has the state had contact with anyone in Seminole County?
We have not, Your Honor. However, we're speaking in a meeting with the managers in my office, and that information, that's why the state has no objection today. Knowing that there's an outbreak currently at the Orange County Jail, no need to hold someone in custody when their sentence would not be an incarceration sentence to begin with.
But I don't think we know that, right? That's up to Judge Weiss.
That is going to be a non-incarceration sentence. I mean, we can always dismiss the VOP, which my guess is what's going to happen.
That's kind of what our position is as well, judges. Once this is set for a VLP status downtown, it may be for another month or so, but by the time the hearing starts, traditionally the case is dismissed if the underlying offense is dismissed as well.
By Judge Weiss? Is that what Judge Weiss typically does?
I don't know if I've had a situation specifically with Judge Weiss, but traditionally I think in other courtrooms that's what happens, yes.
So it's not necessarily always that case, though, because a violation of probation, the standard is
Correct.
way
I mean,
lower
the
than
state
beyond all
could
reasonable doubt.
technically go forward even if a case is dropped.
Right.
I'm going to
That
say,
is
though,
correct.
the state is not going to go forward in this case.
In this case? All right, based on those representations by the state, I will make your bond $5,000.
We would also request that he report to probation within 24 hours of his release.
Yes, I will order that you report within 24 hours of your release. You understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And all of whatever your conditions were are still going to apply, because it's basically kind of like you're back on probation. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck, sir. Thank you,
Thank you,
counselor.
Thank you, Judge. Thanks, State.
All right, so now are we going back to normal?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe so. We'll see if Ms. George agrees.
Kevin Adams, is that who you are? Oh.
It's always the quiet ones, right? You gotta watch. All right, Mr. Adams, 21 CF 17180, carjacking with a weapon, and 21 CF 42, warrants on carjacking and aggravated assault with intent to commit a felony. The bond on count 1 on that one is none. When you say medical, is he going to be out soon, do we think, or no?
No, you aren't.
No. All right, then I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent him.
Your Honor, will waive.
All right. So his bond will remain no bond on count 1 of 21 CF 42, $2,500 on count 2, no contact with the victims. In 21 CF 17180, does the state wish to be heard as to bond?
We believe she should be held no bond.
I think that's right.
Sorry.
Thank you, Manny.
Sorry.
That is so adorable.
That'll be no bond.
Your Honor, we have no argument. We reserve the right to have an Arthur hearing in the trial division.
I think that's wise. Thank you, counselor.
May state have a moment, Your Honor.
Yes.
Don't cry.
What is happening?
This is my husband.
This is our husband.
This is my husband.
I didn't know that. Is he coming in?
That's it.
They're gonna let him.
They're living.
Yeah, you should let him in.
Aww. This is my husband, guys.
No, come all the way in. Keep coming. All the way in. Well, you can't just stick your head in with something like that.
How y'all doing?
Oh, welcome.
Look at him being romantic.
Yeah, that was awesome. Well done, sir. Good job. Well, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thanks, sweetheart.
All right, see you later.
I'll see you later.
Well, that was well done.
My husband's a lieutenant at the courthouse now.
You have to bring it up. I want to
You
see
want to bring
it.
it up? Oh, okay.
Can I see it? You guys care? We trust her, right? That's kind of amazing.
We're celebrating Valentine's Day today.
Good job.
So we're going to Ruth Chris.
Oh, we will not go late. Let's get the show on the road. The state has somewhere to be. That was really good.
Yeah, we'll give him some kudos. We'll give him some kudos.
Yeah. Hold on, I have Janelle Antoine next.
Janelle Antoine is mental health, Your Honor.
21 CF 1678AO. I'll appoint the public defender to represent her.
Your Honor, we'll waive.
All right.
And no objections to count 3 being 150, count 4 being 100, and count 2 being 150, and counts 3 and 4 100.
That is what I'll do. So count 1 will be 1,500 and then subsidiaries for the others.
What was that, 150?
150 and then 100, 100. All right.
Okay, count 1 would be 1,500?
1,500, yes.
Okay.
Jermichael Barner, bonded.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. Please tell me your name. All right. You're here in case number 21 CF 1662AO, charged with possession of burglary tools, possession of methamphetamine, criminal mischief over $1,000, breaking or injuring fences, and trespass. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case, sir. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists. Your bond will be $1,000. Counselor, is it going to stay count 1 and 2 the way they are? It has it as count 2 as
I don't know.
All right, I'm going to change that.
Okay.
So your bond will be $1,500 on count 1, $150 on count 2 and 3, and $100 on count 4 and 5. You're not allowed to return to the scene. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim or any witnesses in this case. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand? Yes, ma'am. You're also not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances, and you're not allowed to have contact with any known drug dealers. Good luck, sir.
And count 1 was 1,500, Your Honor?
I'm sorry? Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Good afternoon. Please tell me your name.
Edwin Burgos, ma'am.
You're here in case number 21 CF 1703AO, charged with aggravated battery with a firearm, 2 counts, and possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you in this case. And perhaps the state can help me with this. Did you review this probable cause affidavit?
I did. Give me a moment to refresh.
So I see 1 count of aggravated battery. Oh, it's aggravated assault. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Never mind. All right. I also show that he's a violent felony offender of special concern. Do you have that as well, State?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So there will be no bond on that case.
Is there a VOPRE on him for that?
That's what I'm looking for. There should be. I don't see it
They
yet.
added one for Hillsborough County for conspiracy to traffic heroin. I don't know bond, yes.
Okay.
He's already been served with it?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
So then in this case, is aggravated battery with a firearm a
No.
second degree?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay. Your bond in this case will be $15,000 on count 1, $10,000 on count 2, and $150 on count 3. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim or any witnesses in this case. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand? sorry, did he say yes?
Yes,
Yes,
Your Honor.
ma'am.
Okay.
I have a question, man. How many, you gave me, 3 bonds?
I gave you bond on each of the 3 counts. There are 3 charges. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you, man.
Okay. And I got to the left, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Cooper bond, Your Honor?
Please tell me your name.
Very costly, ma'am.
Sir, you're here in case number 2020 CF 8689AO. A KPS was issued for your arrest for failing to appear for a hearing on a charge of grand theft. The bond on that KPS is $500. What says the state as to his out on bond case?
This is a failure to appear, no objection, no action.
All right, I'll take no action on that case. Is the public defender already appointed? Oh, you have a private. All right, then I won't appoint the public defender because you already have an attorney.
So are you on me?
No, the bond is $500 on the KPS that was issued.
Yes, I don't have no family out there.
There's nothing I can do to change the bond that was issued on a KPS, so your attorney will have to file a motion in front of that judge. Good luck, sir. It shows he still has a private attorney? Okay. Please tell me your name.
Jerry Dwayne Daniels.
Sir, you're here in case number 21MM981AO, charged with resisting an officer without violence, trespass in an unoccupied structure, and providing false identification to law enforcement. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in that case. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond will be $500 on count 1 and $100 each on counts 2 and 3. You're not allowed to return to this site, and you're not allowed to have contact with any victims or witnesses in the case. You're also here in 20 CF 9180AO. A warrant was issued for your arrest for violating a condition of pretrial release. At this time, there's no bond authorized on that warrant. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you on that as well.
Can I ask who is my public defender, ma'am?
I'm sorry?
How do I get in touch with my public defender?
The number on the form.
Okay, yes.
Wait, you have another case, 20 CF 6396AO. It's also a violation of conditions of pretrial release. That warrant authorizes no bond as well. So you'll have the public defender representing you in all of those cases, sir.
Okay.
Good luck.
James Garcia is left for Your Honor.
Is that what I just handed you?
You have a Denmark?
James Garcia.
You don't have a Denmark?
I'm sorry, I jumped.
Oh, yeah, I have Denmark.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Okay. Dexter's trying to rush me today. He's trying to make sure. All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Demarin Denmark.
Sir, you're here in case number 21 CF 906AO, charged with burglary of a dwelling, grand theft, dealing in stolen property, false verification of ownership, receiving money from a pawnbroker after providing false verification, dealing in stolen property, and another count of, oh my goodness. Hold on. False verification of ownership, another count of receiving money from a pawnbroker, another count of dealing in stolen property. I don't know why they did it this way. Another count of false verification of ownership, another count of receiving money from a pawnbroker, another count of dealing in stolen property, false verification of ownership, and receiving money from a pawnbroker. So you have 14 charges total in this case. A warrant was issued for your arrest. The bond, I'm going to leave the bond amounts as they were in the warrant. So the total bond for that warrant is $13,350. So count 1 is $5,000, count 2 is $1,000, Count 3 is 2,500. Count 4 is 2,500. Count 5 is 1,000. Count 6 through 14 are all $150. You're not allowed to return to the scene, and you're not allowed to have any contact with any victims or witnesses in this case. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I think he has another case, right? You have another case.
4862.
It's what?
The 4862 case?
Yes, 20 CF 4862AO. A warrant was issued for your arrest for burglary of a conveyance, criminal mischief, and petty theft. The bonds are $3,500 on count 1, $500 on count 2, $250 on count 3. I'm going to leave those as is. You're not allowed to return to the scene or have contact with any victims or witnesses in that case, and I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Good luck, sir.
Your Honor, James Garcia is medical.
All right, I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent him.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right, 21 CF 1674AO and 21 CF 1675AO. Do you have those bond amounts already listed? All right, so I'll leave the bonds as is. He's not allowed to return to the scene or have contact with any victims or witnesses in either case. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Please tell me your name, sir. I'm sorry?
Benjamin Gorman.
Thank you. Sorry, it's really hard to hear in here. Mr. Garman, you're here in case number 21 CF 1701, charged with possession of MDMA and possession of cocaine. I'm sorry, you're charged with trafficking in MDMA and possession of cocaine.
Your Honor, state would have no objection to reducing the bond to $50,000 as to count 1, leaving count 2 as is. As to the add-on bond, the 2019 CF 1336, there are competency issues in that case. He was found incompetent to stand trial according to our notes on May the 18th of 2020. And his next hearing, he had one January the 15th, his next hearing is May the 18th of 2021.
Thank you, Counselor. Based on that information, well, I'll appoint the public defender. I am going to reduce your bond to $50,000 on count 1 and $150 on count 2. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances, and you're not allowed to have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand? I'm going to take no action on the out on bond case at this time. Are there any other conditions? You're not allowed to possess a weapon, firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand, sir? You have to answer out loud. Yes. Thank you.
Mr. Howell, refused.
He refused?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, case number 21 CF 844AO. I'll appoint the public defender to represent him.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right, his bond is $500. I'll leave it at that.
On the add-on bond case, that case has a pretrial conference in front of Judge Strobridge on February the 24th.
Was it filed before?
We filed it on December the 29th.
But when is the,
Oh, in this new case, I have to,
yeah, when is it alleged to have taken place? I know when he was arrested.
I have one moment, Your Honor.
The warrant was issued on 1/22.
I'm gonna have to go to our documents. One moment, Your Honor.
Because it's a KPS, I don't have that information.
November the 19th is the 2021 case. So we would,
But he wasn't.
Correct, he wasn't
Right,
out.
so I'll take no action on the out on bond case. And appoint the PD. Thank you, Counselor. That's what I was trying to figure out. Please tell me your name.
My name is Richard Jenkins, the third.
I think he has a private attorney. Can we call her? Just a moment, sir.
Who's the private attorney, Your Honor?
Leslie Sweet.
Okay. I just didn't see a note. I don't have one in my file, in our system.
I just had a sticky note.
Okay.
So,
Voicemail.
all right, sir, you are here in case number 21 CF 1704AO. You're charged with trafficking in MDMA, trafficking in a controlled substance, possession of codeine, fleeing or attempting to elude law enforcement officer with lights and sirens activated, possession of cannabis under 20 grams, possession of drug paraphernalia, resisting an officer without violence. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case.
Your Honor, as far as state's recommendation on bond, is no objection to reducing count 1 to $100,000, count 2 to $200,000, count 3, 150, count 4, 150, count 5, 100, count 6, 100, and count 7, 100.
Does the court have any objection to lowering the bonds? I think you said 100, 250? Is that-
Yes, I said
Counsel, he-
100 on count 1, 200 on count 2, and I treated everything else as a subsidiary.
Yeah.
Oh, 200 on top. Okay.
I think he has a private attorney. So I'm not appointing your office.
Right, Your Honor. Yeah, I know the attorney wasn't here today.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to help.
Thank you. I do appreciate that, Counselor. I am going to reduce the bond amounts. Sir, your bond will be $100,000 on count 1, $200,000 on count 2, $150 on 3 and 4, and $100 on 5, 6, and 7. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances. You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. You're not allowed to have any contact with any known drug dealers. Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir. Oh, yes.
So would this will affect my gun license?
It could possibly. You'll have to talk to your attorney about that. But at this time, if you bond out while you're out on bond, you cannot possess a gun.
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
I have Mark. Go ahead.
Is a refusal also, Your Honor?
21 CF 171480, grand theft. I'll appoint the public defender to represent him.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right, his bond is $1,000. I'll leave it there. No contact with the victim or any witnesses in the case. Please tell me your name.
Good afternoon. My name is Paula Lamoureux.
You have to leave it on, yeah. You're here in 21 CF 171380, charged with possession of cocaine. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $1,000. I'll leave it there. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand?
I understand. Is there any chance I've never missed any court date or payment and have paid my dues in all my dealings to Your Honor? May I please, my father is sick. I'm asking for a ROR to get to him. That's the only reason I was in that area, is because he is in a rehabilitation center on Rio Grande.
Your Honor.
I need to be
Your-
with him.
Your Honor,
I was in a bad area.
Could you
That's why I
stop
got stopped.
Is the
Yes, ma'am.
PTR, she didn't qualify only because of the case out of Brevard?
Or it looks like she's got a lot of prior convictions.
I do, yes, ma'am.
I was just trying to see what didn't qualify for her.
I've
That's
never missed
why.
anything.
It would be that, but they didn't state why.
Oh,
I don't even know.
is there a way to get her in pre-trial?
I'm sorry, I don't think she'll, no, we
Okay.
can't put her on that.
Thank you.
We can't put her on.
you wouldn't qualify.
No, no.
No, I'm not inclined to change it at this time, but your attorney can file a motion in front of the trial judge who's hearing your case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Good luck. Please tell me your name. You're here in case number 21 CF 1669AO, charged with possession of material depicting a sex act by a child greater than 10. Do you have an attorney?
Yes, sir.
Who's your attorney?
I forgot her name. I don't know her name. I forgot her.
Does she represent you in this case?
Yes.
Have one moment to see if we have any notes in our system.
So you don't need me to appoint the public defender?
Until we already talked about it. I believe she's going to represent me through this, as we did talk about.
Then I'm going to appoint the public defender for now.
Yes, ma'am.
They can be discharged later. Sir, you are a sex offender, so you still have sex offender reporting requirements. At this time, your bond is going to be $25,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with any children under 18 years of age. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
No contact at all.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, you're not. So on the other case, he has, is it Melissa Vickers?
Yes.
Okay. I just went and looked at the other case.
Oh, good.
And
Thank
he
you.
has a private attorney on that case.
All right. So we'll discharge the public defender if she enters a notice to appear on this case. All right. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Jasvion McKnight. I'm also a reincarnated Bellows.
All right, you're here in case number 21 CF 1702AO, charged with driving while license suspended or revoked as a habitual offender. Sir, I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit in this case. I do find probable cause exists. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Your bond is $2,500. Good luck, sir.
Good question.
Yes, sir.
Does that mean if I go to bail spot, it'll become the 10%?
That's between you and a bondsman.
Oh,
You have to talk to the bondsman about what they'll do.
okay.
All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jeffrey Mendez, bonding, Your Honor.
Okay. Please tell me your name. Sir, you're hearing case number 21 CF 1664AO, charged with possession of cannabis with intent to sell or deliver with a weapon, possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver with a weapon, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you have an attorney, sir?
Yeah.
Who is it?
I'm trying to get Kelly and Salazar.
Oh, but you don't.
I haven't talked to them yet.
Okay. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. Does the state wish to be heard as to bond?
No, we're leaving the court's discretion, Your Honor.
All right, sir. Your bond on count 1 is going to be $25,000. Count 2, it'll be $150, and count 3, it'll be $100. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. Do you understand? Any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Tyler Austin Payne.
Sir, you're hearing case number 21 CF 1618AO, charged with aggravated assault with a firearm. There was a warrant issued for your arrest. The bond on the warrant is $20,000. I'll leave it there. You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim. You're not allowed to return to the scene of the crime. You're not allowed to go within 1,000 feet of 1617 Long Lane. Do you understand?
I live there now.
Where do you live?
There's a misunderstanding.
Don't talk about the, don't
Oh,
talk
sorry.
about the facts.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. This is in the mailbox. I was checking the mail and someone startled me.
So where do you live, sir?
He stayed in the house away, like 2 houses down.
So the address is correct. So
I don't even know
it's
him.
it was no return to the 1607, correct? Your Honor?
The warrant says 1617.
17, his is 1609, same.
2 houses down.
So then it was, I say not with, do you have to come within 100 feet? Does he have to come within 100 feet of the,
Yeah, I don't have to go down
the
there.
victim's address.
All right, so we'll say 100 feet instead of 1,000.
Okay, thank you.
So don't be anywhere near his door.
I don't, I was doing like
All right, you're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand?
that. Excuse me, there's no way I can get a bond reduction, because I have a 5-month-old son, and
Not today, but what your attorney can do is they can file a motion, and that'll be heard in front of the trial judge who's actually hearing your case.
who?
The judge who's hearing your case.
Okay, so when will be my next court day after this? Because I have a job now.
I can't tell you the next court date, and it's up to your attorney to file that motion.
Well, when will they reach out to me?
call that now?
You call that number.
Between what time?
I don't know. I don't work there, sir.
Oh, okay, that's it. All right, thank you.
Good luck, sir.
So what's the address that I'm using?
1617, not within 100 feet.
Okay.
What's your name?
Jeremy Reeves.
Good afternoon, sir. You're hearing case number 21CF 542AO, charged with conspiracy to commit armed robbery. A warrant was issued for your arrest. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
I believe it's treated as an F1 and not the PBL because it's conspiracy, is my belief.
That takes it down one.
I think it reduces it down one level, so from the PBL to the F1.
So I think conspiracy does that too. But, all right. Does the state have a recommendation?
I don't, Your Honor. We'll leave it in the court's discretion.
All right. Your bond on this is going to be $100,000. You're not allowed to have any contact with any victims or witnesses in the case or co-defendants. Do you understand? You're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, a firearm, or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are there any other conditions the state would request?
No, Your Honor.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Rodriguez, Medina, bonded, Your Honor. Justin Steele, also bonded.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Gary Swearingen.
All right, sir, you're hearing case number 21CF 998. A warrant was issued for your arrest for attempted second-degree murder, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, and armed burglary of an occupied dwelling.
There was three is what they said, right?
Three what?
Three charges, correct?
Yes, that's what it is. You have 3 charges right now.
Ma'am, I have a really strong support group outside, a good job I've been at since 2015. If there's any way to get a bond, I don't know if it's possible, but.
Sir, I'm not going to give you a bond on 2 of the counts in this warrant today, but what I'm going to do is appoint the public defender to represent you, and they can file a motion in front of the trial judge who's hearing your case. So you'll have no bond on count 1 and no bond on count 3, but I'll give you a bond on count 2 of $5,000.
Can I please have, ma'am?
Hold on, let me finish, sir.
Family.
You're not allowed to have any contact with the victim in this case or any witnesses. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
When you do bond out, you're not allowed to possess a weapon of any kind, firearm, or ammunition. Do you live at this location now?
Ma'am, I don't even go there.
All right, so I'll say that you're not allowed to return there. Do you understand what that means?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Oh, your attorney can file a motion in front of the judge who's hearing the case to get you a bond, all right?
I'm sorry?
Your attorney has to file a motion in front of the other judge to get your bond. But they know that and they'll do that.
Does that take a long time?
That's up to your attorney, sir.
Thank you.
Good luck. What's your name, please?
Johnson Vicente.
You're here in 21 CF 1712AO, charged with possession of MDMA. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists. Your bond is $1,000. You're not allowed to possess or consume any illegal substances or have contact with any known drug dealers. You're also out on bond in case 2019 CF 15720AO. I'm going to revoke your bond at this time. Your attorney will have to file a motion to get your bond reinstated. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Andre Williams, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
How you doing, ma'am? Can I?
Hold on, let me tell you what you're here for. You're here in case number 21 CF 16770. You're charged with one count of failing to update your driver's license or identification card as a sex offender. You understand that you're still a sex offender and your reporting requirements are still in place, right?
Yeah, they're supposed to give me 48 hours. I was staying with my grandmama, excuse me.
Okay, hold on. Let me explain. What you're here for today is for me to just tell you what the charges are and
ma'am.
advise you of your bond.
Yes, ma'am.
We're not having a trial or an evidentiary
Oh, yes,
hearing.
ma'am.
So even if you tell me your side of the story, I'm not going to change that today. So everything you're saying can be recorded and used against you later, so your attorney probably wants you not to talk about the
Yes, ma'am.
facts.
Yes, ma'am.
You understand?
I understand.
Okay. All right. So your bond is going to be $10,000. You also were out on bond in case number 20 CF 9421 and 20 CF 6976 AO. Both of those are failing to report something on your sex offender reporting requirements. At this time, I'm going to revoke your bond in both of those cases, so your attorney's going to need to file a bond motion on your behalf.
So I'm in a bond?
Not on those two. But your attorney will file a motion. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
My name is Jalil Andre Williamson.
Sir, you're here in case number 21 CF 1690AO, charged with possession of cocaine, possession of drug paraphernalia, violation of a county ordinance, and urinating in public. I'm going to appoint the public defender to represent you. I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find probable cause exists in this case. Your bond is $1,000 on count 1 and then $100 on counts 2, 3, and 4.
No objection, no action on the add-on bond.
And I'm not going to take any action on your out on bond case, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Good luck.
So,
So-
my public defender, can you break down what you said in layman's terms to me? I just want to know what's going on. I'm sorry.
All right, so
So basically, if I could pay this, I can get out today.
you have to talk to a
Yes.
bondsman, or if you can post your bond, yes, she'll be released today, but the
Thank you.
charges.
I'm not trying to talk ignorant. I'm trying to be as professional as possible.
No, sir, I understand. I want to make sure that you understand.
Yes.
Your charges are possession of cocaine. I forgot the other 3, and 3 misdemeanors. So that's your bond amount on those charges. So you talk to a bondsman, or if you can post the bond, yes, you'll be released, but the charges are still pending.
Okay,
So you'll have to still appear for court.
absolutely.
All right, you understand? Good luck, sir. What's your name, sir?
Trey Michael Legree.
Sir, you are here for a warrant on a violation of probation. The allegations are that you violated by possessing, carrying, or owning a weapon, that you failed to live without violating the law because you were arrested for a robbery with a firearm, and grand theft. There's no bond authorized on that warrant,
Should have been.
and I show that you're, hold on, I show that you're a violent felony offender of special concern. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Yes, sir.
It should have been dropped down.
So I don't know if the charges were changed, but I have a warrant for your arrest. That's all I have at this
Yeah, I already
time.
signed out on that plea.
May
at
may I have a
Seminole
moment, Your Honor?
Yes. Can I have it back? Steve's looking at it, I just want to know.
The only confusion is I guess he was in Seminole County, I believe, on a VOP or new cases there, and there may have been a global offer. That's why I was trying to go back through my emails. to resolve this VOP and the cases, the VOPs in Seminole County. That's why I was trying to verify if he had resolved them both.
He can't resolve them today.
No, I'm trying to see if this happened in January. His name just sounded familiar, so I'm going back
Okay.
through my email real quick to see. I just see the offer, so I don't have the outcome of what happened with the global resolution.
Okay. So they'll set your case to be heard in the next 10 days for the VOP. You'll have a VOP status in the next 10 days.
Is there any way if I know, like, the state attorney, that I spoke to the state attorney in Seminole County, Simpkins? He said he already gave me an offer.
That's the prosecutor for
So I'm
Orange County.
I'm emailing him right now saying, just to follow up, that this defendant is actually now here in Orange and no longer in Seminole.
Okay. So if they can work out something, they'll talk to you about it and,
I mean, they already have. And when I spoke to one.
okay, it's not going to happen today.
Yeah,
I can't accept a plea on that.
I know
So
that.
she's going to talk to that prosecutor, and then they'll set it for a plea if there's going to be a negotiated plea.
All right.
So that's why you're here today, is just to hear
Yeah,
the charges.
I understand that.
All right. Good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Kent Mitchell.
Sir, you're here in case number 16CF15330AO. There was a warrant issued for your arrest for violating probation. It alleges you were on probation for burglary of a dwelling or an occupied conveyance, and that you violated that probation by failing to successfully enroll and complete your drug and alcohol treatment, that you failed to make your collections court payments as directed, that you failed to pay the state of Florida as directed. At this time, sir, there's no bond authorized on that warrant. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you. Yes, sir?
Can I ask you a question?
Get really close to the microphone.
I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry.
There you go.
I didn't know that you were supposed, because I got my papers transferred to Dallas, Texas. That's where I stay. And I didn't know that I had to make 2 state payments. I didn't know I had to pay Florida and Dallas, Texas. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either, sir, but what you need to do is talk to your attorney about that, because they'll be able to negotiate with the state and perhaps they can get it dropped, but I can't do that today.
Yes, ma'am.
So you'll have to talk to your attorney about it, okay?
I was just confused. And I didn't know that.
Well, that's what the allegations are in the warrant. That's what I have.
Okay. Will I be able to get a copy of that today?
Yes, your attorney should have it.
Okay.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Colleen Murray.
You're here in 20 CF 3845AO, charged with violating your probation. The allegation is that you changed your residence without getting consent from probation, and that you engaged in that you were associated with someone engaged in criminal activity.
May I speak?
So you can say anything you want, ma'am, but I'm not going to change the warrant today. There's no bond authorized on that warrant. So anything you say right now is being recorded and can be used against you, and it won't change that you have no bond. I'm appointing the public defender to represent you. You should tell the public defender your story, okay? She's here.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck.
John Dax, with medical, you on?
It's a violation of probation. I'll appoint the public defender to represent him in 20 CF 2392AO.
Your Honor, we'll waive.
Counselor, there's no bond on that warrant, just so you know.
Yes, Your Honor.
record.
Was medical?
Just a second, sir.
Faith Alexander is medical also, Your Honor.
All right, this is case number 21 CF 318. It's an out-of-county warrant with bond, $2,000. So I'm going to appoint the public defender because she's in medical.
We'll waive, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Counselor. Please tell me your name.
My name is Brandon Austin. I go to school at UTI. Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold on one second. Let me tell you why you're here, okay? You're here in 20 AF 98173. There was a warrant issued for your arrest. Looks like the charge is criminal mischief. Out of Jacksonville, the bond is $1,003. It's an interesting number. All right, sir, so this warrant is out of Jacksonville, okay? Yes, sir.
I didn't know I.
Don't talk about the facts of the case. Don't talk about the facts.
Yeah, so this is a warrant that was issued by a judge in another county, so I can't change it, and you
Yes,
have a bond.
I understand that, ma'am.
Okay.
But when I'm saying, I know what the warrant is for. That was for a civil rights between me and my girlfriend because she got mad because I left her. She was just here this weekend, helped me move. And we set out an agreement about that, so I know I got to handle that in Jacksonville.
Right.
But I did not know nothing about that or nothing, man. I go to school in UTI Automotive.
So what you'll have to do, we'll contact Jacksonville to come and get you if you aren't able to post the bond, but you have a bond in this case, so you can bond out here, even though it's a Jacksonville case.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Good luck. Please tell me your name.
State your name. Kevin Coley.
Sir, you're hearing case number 20 CT 38948. There was a warrant issued for your arrest in Brevard County for failing to appear for a traffic arraignment. Bond is $4,000. You also have case number 20 CT 36055. It's another warrant that was issued for failing to appear for another traffic arraignment, it looks like. And your bond in that case is also $4,000. This is in Brevard County. We'll contact Brevard and let them know you've been arrested here, but you have a bond, so if you're able to post it, you can bond out here. All right, good luck, sir. Please tell me your name.
Destiny Kirkwood.
You're here in 20 MM 2425. There was a warrant issued for your arrest in Osceola County for failing to appear on a rule to show cause for a petty theft. The bond amount is $2,999. We'll contact Osceola County and let them know that you're here. Okay. Good luck.
Robles Soto, bonded, Your Honor.
All right.
Southwell, also bonded.
Please tell me your name.
Omar Antonio Valdez.
Sir, you're here on a warrant that was issued out of Seminole County. The charge is violating probation for burglary of a dwelling, 2 counts of obstructing an investigation. There is no bond authorized on that warrant. It's case number 162295CF. I also show that you're a violent felony offender of special concern. We'll notify them that you're here, sir. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Javier Williams, refused.
Case number 2134CF, an out-of-county warrant for failing to appear. The bond amount is $25,000. I'm finding his refusal a willing waiver of his appearance in court today. I'm not appointing the public defender
Okay.
because he has a bond. Please tell me your name.
Richard Williams.
Sir, you're here in case number 20MM2426. There was a warrant issued for your arrest out of Osceola County for failing to appear for arraignment on a petty theft charge. Your bond is $2,000. Yes, sir.
Can I pay it right now?
Not in court, but
Oh.
yes, you can post bond here in Orange County.
All right.
And then you'll be released. All right, good luck. Please tell me your name. Sir, you're here on a warrant out of Seminole County. The charge is burglary of a conveyance. The bond is $8,000. That's case number 21 CF 259. You were also out on bond in case number 20 CF 7011AO. I'm sorry, what? But I can't tell if the warrant was issued. I'm going to take no action on that case. It's 8,000. On the teletype, it says 8,000. What do you see too? Oh.
Because sometimes it has it wrong.
No, the teletype says 8. All right, good luck, sir.
Okay.
Are there any other defendants? Then